Welcome to the Meg Ryan Show.
I am Meg.
And I am Ryan.
And this is the Meg Ryan Show. The
All right.
Confidence level from this episode to last, through the roof.
Through the roof.
The intro really does get me going.
Yeah, it does. You picked a perfect song for that.
It's a good one.
But let's just jump right into this.
Sure. Today we're going to talk about our vacations, our various vacations around the...
We both went on week-long vacations across the country.
Amazing. I didn't realize the yours was a week long.
It's a very long week. Because I was with my girlfriend's family, so...
Okay, so you had a different kind of long vacation.
It was definitely different. It still drank copious amounts of alcohol.
Okay.
Because, like, you know, her dad drinks and, like, it's on vacation, so, like, they're going to drink more. But, I'll just start with mine then.
Sure.
So, we went to, Virginia, Williamsburg, Virginia, and that's the old colonial, like, there's a lot of history down there, you know, it's like one of the first colonies.
Okay.
So like, we stayed
Close.
At this, yeah, close. We stayed at this, vacation resort, and I didn't know they had these, but, like, it was, like, these, like, massive, like, big apartment buildings that were, like, really nice suites, and we were right across from the pool. So, like, every day we just walk across the street, not the street, but, like, walk across a little parking lot and go to the pool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we just hung out by the pool, drank punch.
Is the shtick like old colonial, like?
Well, not at the vacation resort. That's just like so people could stay there. But yes, the second day we were there, we went to Colonial Williamsburg, which, first of all, they charge an arm and a leg to get in there. It's like $90 a person. And it's just like an old, like, they refurbished a bunch of the buildings and have like tours and stuff, and you just kind of walk around. There's like horse-drawn carriages, people firing cannons, people dressed up in like weird colonial clothes.
I love it.
But the weird thing was they were dressed up, but they didn't act like it. Like, nobody came up to me like talking all funny and like asking me weird questions. They were just kind of like being normal people, but they were dressed hilarious.
That's boring.
It was. I mean,
I want to be uncomfortable.
I'm not going to say it was terribly boring because I learned a lot and it was interesting to see like some of the houses, but most of the people were all very racist slave owners.
Okay.
And they all went to this William and Mary College. Like, if you didn't go to the William and Mary College, you weren't shit. You weren't anything in life. But overall, I thought it was pretty fun. We like went out to dinner like once. I ate a lot of sandwiches, unfortunately. I thought I was going to be eating out more, but that's just kind of how it went. I didn't spend a lot of money, which was awesome.
That's good.
Because it was my girlfriend's family and they wouldn't let me pay for anything. I was really mad about that, actually. I was like, we were at dinner and like I offered to pay for something, and my girlfriend's grandma and her dad laughed in my face and just turned away.
That sucks, but also, I mean... Could be worse.
Money, so
yeah.
It was great. I was expecting to spend like upwards of like $100, $150.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't blow a single dollar.
That's awesome. I kind of love when that happens, because then you feel like you wasted time going on vacation. Like, I think that's the biggest, like, spent thing, at least for me.
Yeah, definitely. But how was your vacation? Because it looked pretty awesome from Snapchat.
It was fun. The thing is, I'm really easy to please, like, as far as vacations go. I mean, we live in a cornfield, so literally going anywhere is pretty cool, but...
Anywhere but the Midwest, yeah.
Colorado's just, honestly, a magical land. It's, like, a completely different place than Illinois. As far, like, the treatment of just... the state itself, it's so clean.
It's so high kept. Yeah.
It is so clean everywhere, and everything
trees everywhere.
Yeah, it's
more
just
nature.
Everyone is so fit because there's so much to do. Like, everyone's either biking, hiking, in a canoe.
Oh, I love canoeing.
Also, where we stayed in Breckenridge, which is like now like kind of, it used to be a ski bum town, but now it's like a vacation hotspot, which kind of sucks. Because it's becoming more expensive, and it's kind of stupid.
Oh, yeah. It's a big kind of touristy spot next to like Estes Park and stuff.
Yeah, it was still so nice though, and what was really nice, there's like free shuttles, so we were staying literally on top of a mountain, Mount Baldy.
Mount Baldy?
Yeah, but we were at like 10,000 feet. The only shitty part was altitude sickness. I was feeling...
Yeah, it gets pretty bad. You like run out of breath so fast. You walk up a flight of stairs and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, and we were staying... It was so... Our condo was so cheap. It was like $700 a week, but it was a 3-story condo. Like...
Oh, dang.
Yeah, it was...
Not bad.
It was so nice. There was a sauna, which I just realized I didn't even use. I ran out of time.
You were fucking up then, because saunas are the best.
It's still really nice. And... I don't know, it was just such a, like, relaxing, like, rejuvenating, just, environment.
Yeah, and it's nice to, like, look out and see, like, mountains places.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're in Denver, like, you could still see the mountains in the background. Like, it's cool to have a backdrop other than flat.
Yeah. We stopped in Denver on our way in. The issue, there is a really horrible homeless issue right now in Denver, and...
So I've heard, yeah.
It was bad. Like, we got there, we got into Colorado at like 7 a.m. because we drove through the night, which seemed really necessary at the time. But then when we got there at 7 a.m., I was like, there's nothing, there's literally nothing open.
Yeah.
But we stopped at a gas station and they, like, a bunch of people like came out and were like surrounding our car. And this guy was like giving us thumbs up. Yeah, it was like really like creepy.
Oh my gosh.
And there was tons of homeless people everywhere.
Yeah.
And we like get out at 7 a.m.
But I think it's probably a good thing you drove during the night, because when I went there, I went with my sister, and like we drove during the day, and the eastern part of Colorado is worse than Illinois. It's flat. It's like the Great Plains, so it's the most flat place ever. Yeah. And like when we were driving, I thought her car was gonna blow over because it was so windy.
Oh,
we stopped
really?
And I got out of the car to fill up the tank, and like I was blown away. It was crazy. And like it just kept going for miles and miles and miles. And then finally we stopped in like some random place and we almost got killed, but that's another story.
That's every vacation. Yeah. There's like one point where you almost die, and then it's like fun, smooth sailing.
So wait, who did you go with? Your whole family?
I went with my, just not my mom and dad were here. Me and my brother went, and my sister's doing like, they're going all around. They're doing like a huge road trip. They're going to like South Dakota, and they're going down to Utah now. So we were just kind of crashing in that giant condo that they got. Oh, they were like, "Oh, so we have this through." Yeah, which was really nice.
Yeah, that is really nice.
Because we kind of wanted to go to Colorado anyways, and it was just an excuse to go out there. But it's so nice. Like, I don't know how else to describe it other than like it's just better than here in every way. Everyone's so friendly. Even the dogs. All the dogs have to be trained and like in these like special harnesses. But everybody has a dog, and all the dogs are really, really friendly.
What? See, that sounds like paradise.
And, like, just walking through the town, everyone's dogs are coming up to you. Everyone's just, like, chatting. Yeah. And I feel like being from, like, Chicago, I know we're in the suburbs, but, like, we just have a very, like, rigid way about interactions. About everything, you know? So I feel like when people are nice to you just for no reason, it's very like what's going on? Off-putting.
Yeah, you think they have like some sort of ulterior motive, like, are you trying to kill me, or what's going on?
Like, me and my brother stopped at the Target the first thing we got there. I don't know if you noticed this, because we live in the same neighborhood and we share the same Target that's right by our house. Do you think everyone there is kind of dicks?
Yes.
Like,
nobody.
Everyone in that Target is constantly in a bad mood.
Yeah, someone like gives me a nasty snare, like when I'm looking at like watches or something.
Like that Target in particular is like really evil vibes. So like the Target in Colorado, everyone was just really friendly, and it was open early. We were like, wow.
Oh, what a great experience.
Yeah, I love it.
But I have relatives there, and my cousin Katie, she has a dog, and she like stays at this really nice apartment in Denver. They take like DNA from your dog.
What?
Just so if it poops outside and you don't pick it up, they'll take it and bring it to the lab to see whose dog pooped. Isn't that freaking crazy?
After I just say how nice all the dogs are, that's why. Well, like, they're scared.
That's what made me think of it. Like they are like strict about that stuff.
No, it's so clean. You can tell.
Yeah, there's no dog poop around.
No I didn't see a single dog poop that whole trip.
I hope so.
But I saw plenty of dogs. And you know what? It was kind of a rip-off, though. At the end of the day, you get that, like, vacation city vibes. Because my sister wanted to take she has young kids, to, like, Breckenridge, like, the ski mountain. And all the activity, like, it's $69 for kids. and then $80 for adults for a ticket for
What?
1 day.
Oh my gosh.
For like summer activities that aren't even
that was
legit.
Just like going up in that like gondola thing that you guys were in.
Yeah, though that was free.
Oh really? Wow.
Yeah, I didn't pay for that.
That's terrifying.
I was freaking out.
Like it looked really small.
It's
like
8 people can fit in there.
8 people.
And I'm scared of my own shadow. I'm terrified of heights.
Yeah.
Like the babies were like pressed against the glass, like woo, and I was like shaking and my eyes closed. Like I'm bad with stuff like that, but overall, it
was a good vacation.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. We both had good vacations then.
Yeah, we had a lot of time between our last podcast and now.
We did.
To restore.
About 3 weeks almost. Maybe 2.5.
Maybe 2.5.
Give or take.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, but let's hit our next topic. So festivals. So Lollapalooza is coming up.
It is coming up, and it is honestly like from what I've seen on like Twitter and like Instagram and everything, it's one of the biggest festivals that is in America.
Yeah.
Next to Coachella and like some other ones.
Now that it's 4 days. It's
4 days. That's so long.
That's way too
long. And like
long.
you look at the list, you should look up the list right now and read some off, but
yeah, it's a lineup.
They have so many awesome people. Like I look at the list and I'm like, oh my god, I would go to that, I would go to that, I would go to that, I would go to that. And it's just like, no, not that one.
You wouldn't go, though. That's the issue. You can't make all of those
I know, which
work.
is a bummer. Like some of them is like two really like if you had to choose between like the Killers and like another like awesome band that you like, I wouldn't be able to choose because I heard the Killers are like most amazing thing ever live.
I've heard that too, and that's on my bucket list. I've seen a lot of artists that have been on my bucket list of like I need to see them. Yeah. So now I'm kind of in this lull. Like I haven't gone to a concert in a minute.
Yeah. Oh yeah, same definitely. And like last year I went to Sloss Fest and I saw Alabama Shakes there and like a few other people, and I've always wanted to see this this group called Hippie Sabotage.
Yes.
And of
course,
I know them. This year they're at Sloss Fest.
That sucks.
And I'm very, very mad because it looked super awesome and amazing, but we went last year, not this year.
It sucks too when you find a good festival like that and it's so small, and then you see like something like that where it's just like a great lineup, or you love the environment. Like for me, there's festivals I've gone to that I had just such a great time, and then the next year the lineup is just completely like shitty, but you still kind of want to go because it was just like good vibes.
I mean, I'll go back to Sloss Fest in a minute. I just we didn't enjoy Alabama too much because like we went to like. Well,
have I told you my qualm against like all southern states?
No, you have not.
I just don't like the South.
I just don't like them. Yeah, well, like we went in there with like an open mind, and we stayed in this campsite that was like in the Talladega National Forest, and like it was literally like a drop box. You put $5 in a drop box, and then you stay wherever you want. There was like one person there.
Oh wow!
And like it was cool until like we found out that our campsite that we picked had a bunch of ground bees just kind of flying around being dicks. So that was annoying. And then like we went hiking and we ended up on like a game trail, like for animals, because the trail just kind of like stopped being a trail. And we were like my sister was like, "Hey, we should turn around because I don't want to get lost." I was like, "I don't either, so let's turn around." So we turned around. Bugs were ridiculous. It was hot as a mug. And then the night I had to go out and get something in the car. We were in the tent the whole time. I go outside and I can't see 2 feet in front of me. It's so dark.
That's scary.
It was scary as fuck. So I go inside like the tent, I grab a flashlight, and it's just the flat. Like that's the only light that the flashlight gives out is what I see. It was kind of scary. And like they were tweaking about like a car going around like really slowly, but I think they were like looking for a spot because when we woke up in the morning there was like a new person there.
Yeah.
But like they were just tweaking.
That's freaky, and it's like hard to sleep when you're in situations like that.
But I mean, when we went to Birmingham, it was really cool because we went to Sloss Fest, went out to breakfast to like this most amazing breakfast place I've ever had. I'm a big fan of breakfast.
I've heard that. Okay, my issues with that, I haven't even gone to any southern states.
I just judge it really hard.
I've been to Texas and I really hated it a lot, so I'm just kind of lumping that into all of them. But I've heard breakfast food is amazing, like Georgia, Alabama, the Carolinas.
The Carolinas, yeah, definitely.
That and sweet tea or peach tea.
Peach tea.
I have the lineup though. It's pretty good. The thing is, this is my issue with the lineup.
Alright.
If you are going all 4 days, like, you might not really be a fan of each of, like, the headliners are so different.
Are they really?
It's Arctic Monkeys, Bruno Mars, The Weeknd, and Jack White. For each individual day. Yeah, those are 4 different crowds of people. And I'm sorry, but if I'm paying like $500, however much it is for a ticket, because I imagine it's more. It used to be, I went to Lollapalooza when it was 3 days, and the ticket was like $330. So I'm sure it's gone up.
I'm surprised they added another day. That's crazy. It probably brings in so much revenue for Chicago, though.
It does, but it destroys the park. They end up having to pay. They end up having to pay so much money restoring the park that I'm like, how much money is anyone even making?
Well, I mean, like, for the headline, you don't have to go see the headliners. That's why, like, I like Lollapalooza, because they switched up. You know, they have Travis Scott on one of the days, Post Malone, Vampire Weekend and The Weeknd as headliners. Maybe Sabotage is there. It's a really good lineup. It's like an all-day thing. I don't know how somebody would last, like from the beginning to the end, all 4 days. Because you know there's people that do that.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea.
You've been before, right?
I went for 3 days. I kind of basically went for 2 days, though, because my mom had got me tickets to see Kelly Clarkson. So Saturday,
had to go see Kelly Clarkson,
Saturday I left Lollapalooza in the middle of the day, got on a train, and went and saw Kelly Clarkson with my mom. No regrets. It was amazing. Yeah.
Cried? Oh, man.
I told you my music taste is really diverse, but Kelly Clarkson's my girl.
She's up there.
Anyways, I just think it would make more sense if they did, like, not all, but more, like, this day is more rap people. This day is, like, hip-hop.
That would make a lot of sense, because then, like, if I just wanted to go see hip-hop, because I was in that type of mood, I would just go to that one day and pay for that one day ticket instead of paying $500 to go.
But they do. That's probably why they do it, is so that people pay that. Yeah.
Because what if I wanted to see Post Malone, but I also wanted to see The Weeknd? I'd have to buy both tickets.
Yeah, which is crazy to me, and it's so much. It's so draining.
That's why, like, I'm starting to, like, I don't know if it's just me, but, like, I'm starting to feel like these types of festivals are so overrated. Like, all people want to do is go there, take pictures. Like, say, oh, I went to this, I saw these people, and, like,
it is so overrated.
A bunch of drugs, which is okay, but, like, jeez.
No, it is so overrated, because the thing is, you don't even end up seeing half the things you want to see, and you're rushed all day, you're running, you're dehydrated, unless you have a Camel backpack, and
it's just wild. It's for more of the experience than anything, I think.
It was so packed. I went
that's also the thing.
I went not last year, but the year before for one day. And Flume, do you listen to Flume?
Love Flume.
Their set was packed. I mean, there's like 2 stages across from each other in this huge field, and it like usually fills about halfway. It was filled from stage to stage for Flume, and it was like body to body packed in, and I freaked out. I was like, this is too much.
I don't know how people, like, I can't do that many people. I don't know how some people just don't give a shit when there's like thousands of people around them and they can't move. I get kind of uncomfortable.
It just becomes really not fun quick. And 2, like, there's a certain magic feeling of, like, fandom when you're at concerts and you're, like, bonding with the people around you who all love that particular artist. And I feel like at Lala, there's
people who just go just 'cause.
Right.
I don't even know who they are. Like, I know, like, I've been listening to Flume for, like, quite some time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I was the first one to listen to him and stuff, like, be that kind of douchebag, but, like, I have been listening to him for, like, quite some time, ever since I started listening to, like, Hippie Sabotage and, like, that type of music, and, like, he really blew up last Lala. I know. After he came out with that big album and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
But yeah,
because I remember Flume used to be more, like, alternative, and now it's more, like, then he kind of, like, spilled into, like, the EDM.
Well, like, he's always been kind of like it's like a chill EDM.
Yeah.
But it was like kind of more underground stuff that like not a lot of people listen to, and then like he dropped a bigger album that had like it had Beck in it.
Yeah.
A good song with Beck and like kind of big names, and like he advertised the crap out of it. And got a lot bigger, but there's a lot of people at those festivals that just go to play. Like, I mean, I'm kind of guilty of it too. Like, before I went to this Lost Fest, like, we looked up all the lineup and we listened to a lot of the people on Spotify, like, one time when we were just chilling. And, like, we found a band that we really liked. And we go there, and, like, they're the first band that's playing, and there's, like, 4 people watching it. And we were jamming out, like, just listening to their songs. Because, like, 2 weeks before, we were just jamming their songs the whole time. But there is, like, a couple bands where we were just, like, sitting down, like we don't even know who the hell this is.
Yeah. There is that moment, that festival moment, too, where you just get a little tired. You're in between sets, and you just need to rest.
Yeah, definitely.
But I hate when people are talking too loud. Like, I am very, like, agitated with concert etiquette. Like, if I'm really trying to, like, jam, get in my zone, and someone's, like, talking next to me, I'm like, Sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Do dare you disrespect the arts that way? Like, I just get so political about it. Because I feel like I've paid money to hear music. I don't want to hear you talking about it.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So, I'm just a brat, but definitely not going to Lala this year.
Well, that's good. I'm not either. There's a lot of... Yeah. That's the main reason. Poor.
After all those awful reasons we just listed, the real reason is I have no money.
Because if I had the money just to throw away at a concert, I would go. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously.
If I was a billionaire just chilling out and I had $500 to blow, might as well.
Yeah.
I entered a contest, and I had this... I feel like anytime I enter a contest, I think I'm going to win, but this time I'm still waiting for the text.
Definitely. I mean, I signed up for the texts from 101.1.
Yeah.
Just to tell you, like, who's coming to the Sound Lounge, which is that super, like, intimate...
Yes,
you know, like,
I want to go.
Thing. And, like, the past 3 times they texted me, it's, like, been somebody that I don't know who the hell they are.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're shit. But, of course, I hear on the radio, like AWOL Nation was there, and, like, they play their songs that they sang there, and, like... You know the song "Not Your Fault"?
Yeah.
He sang like a slow version of it, and it was the most beautiful
cute.
thing. Like him not screaming. He was just kind of singing it, and I was like, "This is where it's at, right there."
Those are good. I like you use Spotify, right?
Yeah.
I love like the Spotify sessions that they do.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Some of them are really good.
Alt J has some really good ones.
I can't think of any at the moment.
Yeah.
I know like Sam Smith did some that were really good. I know that's not really alternative, but
it doesn't matter.
It was a good one, and they do like really good covers. I love when like bigger artists will cover someone else's song.
Because I know, you know the Local Natives.
Yes.
So they did a cover of
love the Local Natives.
Cocoa Butter Kisses by Chance the
Yeah.
Rapper, and they did a cover of it, and it's really awesome. They also throw in like Everybody's Something by Chance the Rapper. And it's a really good cover.
They did another Chance the Rapper, not Chance the Rapper.
It's
Kanye.
Kanye West song.
Yeah.
Ultralight Beam.
Yes, I like that one.
An awesome song, and then when they cover it, it makes it even more awesome.
It was pretty chill. I saw Local Natives at Lala. That was actually the only reason I went to Lollapalooza was to see Local Natives, which is really stupid because they're not that big of a band. And
Was it worth it?
It was totally worth it. The only thing is their set was at like 3:00.
Oh, really?
So then the rest of the day we were kind of just like, what do we do? We saw like
there.
Ellie Goulding.
Yeah.
She was the closer.
Oh, that's weird.
It was.
She's not that great.
No, just didn't make sense that she was like the main stage closing. It was very odd.
Yeah, that is weird. She has like one good song. Turn the lights down.
Her first albums were really good, but I digress. Let's move on to our neighborhood Facebook page.
So we have this neighborhood Facebook page that was created a little bit ago by one of our neighbors, and
it's designed. It's good intentions.
It is good intention. It's just designed for people to communicate with each other just on the neighborhood because it's one way in, one way out. It's very close knit.
You know, it's nice. It's a good idea. If anything ever comes up, it'd be nice to be like, hey, this is going on. That's going on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's never what it gets used for.
So
it's rarely what it gets used for.
So like lately, there's been people they created their own account for this. There's this big development going on across from our neighborhood. They're like putting up like 750 houses, and like they kept talking about it in the neighborhood Facebook page, and somebody said something, so they created another page, you know, for the people who care. And they keep posting about it in the one that the people don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm not going to be living here when that stuff goes up, so...
I'm only looking for emergency updates at this point.
And does this sound like an emergency to you? Does anyone know whose silver car is on the street in front of our house between Jen and Alex's house? Been there since yesterday. Sigh.
She figured it out, though. I think someone... I kind of followed up to see.
Most people comment on it, like there's always people, like, there's this one guy
I became curious.
And he always, like, comments, like, funny stuff, like throwing shade at somebody, and I just think it's hilarious.
It gets a little rowdy.
It does
people with their comments.
Rowdy. And, like, it's been a couple times
where a lot of mad dads.
A lot of mad dads.
They're like, if anybody has a problem, they can come talk to me like a real man.
Yeah,
Get a beer.
There was one post where, like, this dude, like, somebody complained about, like, this dude having his boat in front of his yard, and he, like, put on the Facebook page, like, you gotta come talk, like, you gotta be a real man and come talk to me, and, you know, don't bring it up to the police or whatever, be a real man. He said be a real man 3 times in the post, in the matter of a paragraph. That just cried. There was, like, 40 comments on it. Like,
okay, but I agree with him.
Yeah.
Did you see his boat?
Yeah.
It was tucked away.
He
lives on a dead end.
He lives in the dead end. Who gives a shit if his
He lives isolated from everyone else. Like, I don't know who would have called.
The sticklers. I don't know. That's so stupid.
Who is the sticklers? That should be our goal on this podcast, to crack the code.
So there's also, like, posts. There's been a couple posts of, like, people saying, hold on, let me find it. So this one actually made me laugh. This is what I was thinking of. But our house was egged last night around 10 p.m. Anyone else? ? So did someone's car get egged? Everybody has cameras, apparently. So this lady said, nothing on my cameras. Maybe what's-his-face's cameras have something. And then somebody else's car got egged, and then somebody told to call the police, the non-emergency police number, and report it. And I just think that's funny. And then the most
recent one is really good too.
Hold on, the funny guy in the front of the neighborhood, he goes, "How come nobody ever bacons somebody's house?" Like, LOL. I liked it. That shit's funny. No,
just a little dad humor to break up the monotony of the egg hunt.
Yeah, definitely.
This one is good too. Lizzie was skunked tonight. Sad face.
Lizzie's a dog.
I feel like we haven't talked about it happening lately.
Are we supposed to always talk about, like, oh, there's skunks around?
Chronic skunk
issue? There's a lot of skunks around here, so watch out. Like, it's not going to be every other post.
I don't know what there is to talk about either.
Like, are we supposed to spot out where we see skunks just to make sure?
Skunk spotting.
There's a skunk spotting on Leona Drive. Look out.
You know what's interesting? Do you ever use the app Waze?
Yeah. I do.
Do you use it, like, in the neighborhood?
Not in the neighborhood, no. Why?
Okay, because me and my brother use Waze when we went to Colorado, because it's a good app. It's basically just maps, but it shows, like, when cops are around.
Potholes, cops.
Yeah, it's really nice. And we pulled into the neighborhood, and it was like someone had reported that a cop was in the neighborhood.
Really?
And I'm like, who uses Waze in the neighborhood? That would
just, like, sitting in their house, like, pulls up Waze, is like...
It was actually, like, 2 houses down from me. It was probably, like, halfway in between our houses. So I was like, I wonder who uses Waze.
I know exactly who it is then. That's funny. I know.
Oh wait, new neighbor alert.
There is a lot of new neighbors. Everywhere. That's
the Jarrises moved out.
They did move out, and the dude has like I went home. It was 4th of July. I actually went to a neighborhood party.
Okay.
So like a bunch of the new neighbors were there. You know, having a good time. Up by the old Dolores house with the volleyball net in the back.
Yes.
So we went there.
Okay.
And they're really nice people, and there was a couple of the new neighbors. They're also really nice people. They're all like kind of young, so they all get along together, and like they all have like little kids. That's why you always see little kids running around now. But
weird.
I went back to my house to like grab more beer, and that dude, the new dude, was setting off like massive fireworks, and my dog was freaking the fuck out. I go inside, my dog's not there. It's my uncle's dog. My uncle's watching TV, and I don't see my dog. I go upstairs, my dog's just like laying on my bed. I was like, what are you doing? He never goes upstairs. We never let him upstairs, but like he never goes up there, and he must have just been hiding because he was terrified. And then I was like, go downstairs. I go downstairs, he followed me. I go back upstairs. He goes back upstairs with me. So he was just terrified. But I digress. The next one, that's a dumb saying. the next post that I did want to talk about was like, there's a couple of them, and like they post, good morning all. Deb and I are hosting a family reunion today at our house, and there will be an increase of vehicles parked at the entrance of the subdivision. So after that one got posted, 3 other people posted about like them having big events that there's gonna be cars.
Right.
Like, you don't gotta notify people that there's gonna be cars. That's not gonna stop the cars.
What are we gonna do? Yeah.
I'm not gonna go. Nope. Nah, you can't do that. Tell the people to park somewhere else. Like, no, they're gonna park there anyways. I guess it's nice for them to notify, but I just think that's kind of stupid.
It's friendly, but...
I like being in it because I like seeing the stuff that gets posted, especially when I'm at school, because I'm not here knowing what's going on.
I only like seeing the drama.
The drama, yeah. There used to be a lot of drama, like in the winter. There was like four-wheeler tracks in this dude's like yard and stuff, and like he was pissed. And like I'm pretty sure it was like our buddy Matt, yeah. And then I asked him, he was like, "Dude, that wasn't me." I was like, "It had to be you. Like, you're the only one with like dirt bikes and stuff." But anyways, it's pretty cool.
People just love to fight. This gives us all an outlet to kind of yell at each other, so that. I get, me and my brother have this, like, ongoing joke about how everyone waves to you in the neighborhood, like, when you're driving. Waves, yeah. Like, always be like, oh, hey, fuck you. Like, we don't know anyone.
I'll just go on nice little, flip my hand up in the air and then go down. And, like, the people I really don't know, I'll look at and just drive by.
Yeah. No, okay, not to go back to the new neighbors, but the 4th of July, they had a comedic amount of amenities at their 4th of July party. That's kind of why I'm, like, targeting them for friendship, because they have froth in their backyard.
That was the people, yeah, that were setting off the fireworks.
Okay, I know they're setting off fireworks.
It was like they just moved in, too, so they probably threw a friggin' banger.
Yeah, kind of a dick move for dogs.
That's okay.
But for humans, I was enjoying it. I was sitting in my back. I got a show, because I'm 2 houses down. Yeah. They had frisbee golf. The fireworks they got had little parachute people in them. So after the firework, you see like a little parachute guy come down.
And the little kids can catch them and stuff.
We were just so entertained by these neighbors all day.
Yeah.
We didn't introduce ourselves or anything. We just watched.
I don't think I've met them before. And like, I met my next door neighbors because they're kind of new. But like, sometimes when I'm in my garage, I could like see through like my garage window into like, because they have a daughter, like, into her window. Like, I just see her sitting in her room. I'm like, oh, God. So, like, I gotta close the blinds because it gets really awkward because she sees me, too.
It's weird. The new neighbor thing is, like, it's a new thing.
Yeah, because, like...
We never had new neighbors.
Yeah, because, like, our parents are getting older and stuff and moving out. I know, like, when I graduate college, my parents are moving out of here. They're gonna sell their house to new neighbors.
Weird.
It's so weird.
The Saunders being gone for me, that's my across the street neighbors.
That's
like
a big weird one.
It was really weird for me.
There's just kids everywhere now. Like, you have to drive slow, like, going down the road that's, like, adjacent from this one.
Yeah.
Because those kids cross the street a lot.
Yeah, and they're on
biking.
Bikes.
There's, like, a golf cart that goes around, and, like, little girls driving golf carts. That gets kind of
That
annoying.
I don't like.
Yeah. I'll run you down off the road. Get out the way.
Because they're, like, waving on their golf cart. I'm like, I wanted a golf cart.
There are, like, 40 flags on it, obnoxiously.
Oh, man. Our neighborhood.
It's pretty fun, though. But let's get into music.
Yes.
There's been some crazy music stuff that's been going on lately. I do want to start off with this whole Drake thing, this whole Drake, like, cult following, you called it.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, he makes good music, but, like, people are just sucking his dick all the time.
Yeah.
He's not that great. He 100%. Has, like, 5 number ones now. He, like, broke, like, 3 records. And, like, he's got this whole, his song, you know, what is it called? In My Feelings. And people do that stupid meme when they jump out the car and they dance and stuff.
It's so unsafe. Mostly really because, like, only 2 people should have been, like, only 2 people were talented enough to do the dance, to like jump out of the car.
I've seen a couple like really good ones, like they kind of killed it, and then there's ones where like
they're going a little too fast.
They're going too fast. Like the girl jumps out, she falls, flies on her face. I've seen one where like the dude stopped the car, the dude hit the door really hard, and like I've also seen one where like the driver got out and like he got back in really quick, and then the next like cut was them like looking at a cop car, like they got pulled over.
Good.
Like, yeah, like what are you doing that on like a street that like a cop's gonna see you out your car just like dancing and shit?
I have a fear of running over my foot. I don't know why. I'm just like, I watch those videos and it gives me anxiety because I'm just thinking about them getting ran over on accident.
Yeah, I don't know. And you just look like an idiot. I feel like if I saw somebody doing that like from afar, I would judge them immensely.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of angry... I feel like Facebook is kind of the place for angry memes. Yeah. Like, things that everyone is already thinking, but let's make a meme. Like, let's really solidify our anger by making a meme out of it. Like, I've just been seeing shit about, like...
The difference between...
Drake could put out anything and people will listen to it, and it's just, like, a piece of shit, like, as a joke. I'm like, this isn't even funny.
Like, Drake's new song is like a garbage can.
Yeah.
It's because like, Facebook is, like, a lot of older people. I know that, and like the parallels between Facebook and Twitter are a lot different. Twitter's just a bunch of kids our age just complaining about their lives.
Okay, is it like a generational thing? Like Facebook like Twitter, is older, so the memes
that's
are...
kind of the vibe I've been getting, because like
rusty.
More old people are on Facebook. Like, I go on Facebook, I don't post anything. I just share stuff because it's mostly videos that are on Facebook. Yeah. But, like, on Twitter, it's, like, straight up, like, just people, like, it's stuff that I actually, like, laugh at, kind of, most of the time. Facebook, I won't really, like, be like, oh, that's hilarious. That's a hilarious post. Like, on Twitter, like, someone could say something, like, super ignorant and, like, just belligerent, and you just, like, kind of shrug it off. You're just like, that's kind of funny, I guess.
Did you have a Tumblr at any point?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh my god. I feel like you would have.
It's still a thing.
Interesting. It's not, though.
It's not?
Tumblr used to be, like, I feel like the epitome of, like, memes, culture, posts.
Whoa, epitome.
I loved Tumblr, but when it started dying, I don't know, I didn't know where to go. And I had a pretty successful Twitter career, but then I just became so obsessed with Twitter. I was going through, like, a weird social media phase, so I deleted it. And now I'm having a hard time, like, getting back into it. Well, like, especially because it's, like, that awkward, you're not friends with everyone from high school anymore, and, like, college. It's, like, a weird transition time.
I go on it, and, like, I kind of retweet people's stuff. I favorite, like, people from high school stuff, but, like, the only time, like, I actually, like, interact with them, like, you know, messaging them back and forth or whatever, is, like, you remember Dan Pritzel?
Yeah.
He posted something, and, like, I responded to it. Like, I haven't talked to that dude in so long. It's just,
I feel like that's the nice part of social media in general.
You're friends with everybody, but like I feel like I'm friends with like some kid that like I knew for like maybe a semester, a year. Mm-hmm. And then he graduated and like went to Alabama, and now he's like an adult. But like I still like favored his tweets, and like he favorites mine. Like we're good friends.
Yeah, it's a nice way of keeping up with people. It becomes dangerous when it's your only way of keeping up with people.
Definitely.
I kind of got into that habit of just like, I'm good, like, I'm talking, and then I would just be at home chilling, like, no.
Yeah.
But
everybody's business is everybody's business. But,
other music news.
Alright.
Chance the Rapper memes.
So, Chance the Rapper memes, but, like, Chance the Rapper dropped 4 new songs. Because, I think it was last week, somebody was like, oh my god, new Chance the Rapper album's coming out. And everybody was freaking out, and then he tweeted, he was like, I'm sorry guys, album's not coming out this week, but I'm still in the studio, like, putting in work. But then he just like randomly dropped 4 new songs that aren't even on like the same album on Spotify, which kind of pisses me off. You have to go to 4 different albums. 4 different spots. But they're all like all the album covers are different contemporary like art pieces or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of them looked familiar to me because I've seen it on Twitter before, and it's the Arthur meme.
Is that the only one? What is the other one?
I think that's the only one because that was the only one that I've seen like people cover and like people talk about.
Yeah.
Is that one, and it's Arthur clenching his fist.
Yeah. That one's pretty recognizable. I'm curious as to what the other 3 are now that I'm looking at it. I can't really tell honestly, quite as much.
Those songs are some good-ass summer vibes. You know, Wallacam is kind of like more of like a hip-hop, like rapping, like he goes hard. And then, like, Workout is, you know, more, like, feelings and stuff. I don't know, Chance the Rapper has a really broad range of, like, he could do a lot.
Yeah.
He's a talented artist, and he just, like, I've seen an interview with him, and he was talking about how, like, he hadn't come out with music in a while, because he just, like, he doesn't know, he knows what, like, he wants to, he just doesn't know what kind of mess, like, what he wants to, convey. Because if he wants to do something good, he has to come out with something good.
Yeah.
Because, like, after a Chance 3 or whatever, but, like, he just doesn't know what he wants to do. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like he's another one kind of getting that, like, cult following almost, where he knows that people are going to support him no matter what, so he's putting in that extra work to make his music meaningful, which I think is awesome.
And he's more of a grounded person than, like say, Drake would be. Like, he wants to put out good music for himself and stuff. He just got, like, married. He just, like, got engaged to his wife and stuff. It was pretty nice.
He's just an amazing person.
He's a good person. He, like, donates, like, millions of dollars to the Chicago school foundations and stuff, and, like, he supports, he just bought the Chicagoist.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's like, and in one of the songs he even says, like, I just bought the Chicagoist so I could, like, roast all you racist
perfect
people.
Here for it. Absolutely here for it.
We're here for that shit.
He's amazing, honestly. And I think people, like, even people that don't enjoy rap music will, like, commend him for that and support him.
And, like, I know there's like the older people, like my mom and shit, like he was on, like, Jimmy Fallon or something, like had one of his songs or something, not like more of a rap one, but more of, like, you know, he had the choir, the dude on the trumpet, and, like, she was like, wow, that was really good, like, he's really good.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
My dad even, my dad, now mind you, my dad's European, he's very Republican, you know what's up with my dad. He was talking about Chance the Rapper, because he read something about him in the newspaper, about what he did for Chicago, and he's like, he's a really good guy. I'm like, fuck yeah, he's a really good fucking guy. So, I love Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the more music he's coming out. He mentioned that he's working on a 7-song album with Kanye West. Kind of like, you know, that they have all those 7-song albums.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for, because those two make really good music. You know, Ultralight Beam was amazing.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's working with Kanye West, though, after that whole
exactly,
thing.
But I think that they might have, like, talked or something, because Kanye West, like, I've read a lot of articles about, like, him talking about that stuff, and, like, someone was like, that you just have to, like, shrug off what he says, because he's, like, talking on another level. Like, he doesn't mean what he's actually saying, like, he doesn't mean it literally on what he was saying. He's just, I don't know.
I think, too, his issue, like, he will always stand by his word. Yeah, so even when he fucks up, he was like, I still have to stand by this word. Exactly. Like, I have to defend myself.
And, like, he said it, and, like, it probably made a lot of sense in his mind. And then when he realized that what he said, that like, everyone took it the wrong way, he was like, oh, well. But I think he had to have, like, talked to Chance the Rapper, because he's like Chance the Rapper's number one, like, influence is Kanye West.
Yeah, he
and,
wouldn't.
Like, he said that before, so I don't think they're gonna, like, not do stuff together.
Yeah, I think I'm excited for the album to come out. I haven't listened to these songs yet, but I'm sure
you definitely should. And one other thing about Kanye West, while we're on the topic, is Kanye West and Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi said that he's just getting started, apparently, because, like, he's over his depression and stuff. I saw something like he's really good now. He's, like, amazing, like, he's super happy.
Wow.
And, like, that whole Kids See Ghosts, like, the group or whatever, him and Kanye West, they're going to put out, like, more albums, they said.
That's
so
good.
I'm very happy about that. But,
very cool.
Let's move on to, I just wanted to mention this, is Weezer did that cover of Africa.
Yes.
Like, it was actually, like, a couple months ago, but it's been on the radio a ton, and what do you think about that?
I absolutely love it.
Do you absolutely love it?
I had a bad moment recently. I have Sirius Radio, and I don't know, my mom, like, paid for it. When I got my car, it was only supposed to be, like, a month for free, and I was talking to my mom, I'm like, it's really weird, like, I wonder if they just didn't shut it off. She's like, oh no, I, like, renewed it. I was like, thanks, Mom, cool.
Sweet.
The other day, fucking shuts off, and I'm like,
no.
I listen to that shit every day.
Your heart dropped.
So I'm not a Sirius user anymore, but they played that song every day on Sirius Radio, on All Nation.
I feel like they're very, very similar. Like, they sing it really similar. It's just like when he starts singing the chorus and I bless the rains down. There's like a guitar riff in the back, and that's like kind of the only difference that I've noticed.
Yeah, it is.
Besides the voice,
it almost sounds identical, but there's just something so much more pleasing about it.
It's because it's Weezer, and Weezer's awesome.
Yeah, me and my brother had a pretty magical moment when we were driving out to Colorado too. We were listening to the cover of Weezer, and then we switched the station to the, like, 80s channel, and it was the original one.
It was Toto. Oh,
we were like,
no. And which also is, like, one of the greatest songs ever. Like, there's some sort of, like, big obsession with it on, like, Twitter and stuff. People make hella memes about Toto from Africa by Toto.
Yeah. I love it. I loved it before that cover came out. So when it did, I was just kind of like, wow.
Weezer has a cover? That's great. Yeah.
Weezer sounds really good singing that. I hope they kind of try to do maybe more covers, or, like, even, like, try to do something along those, like, sound, like that vibe.
Like that funky vibe.
Yeah, it's very calming.
Very calming.
I will never change the station if that song comes on, basically.
You're damn right, Megan. You're damn right.
I love Weezer, and I love Africa. 21 Pilots. New songs.
So they came out with, it's like a pack of songs. 2 songs, yeah.
Yes.
One is called Jumpsuit, and one is called
Nico and the Niners.
Personally, I felt like Jumpsuit, like, the first time I listened to it, I kind of skimmed through it, which was a bad idea. I do like it, but, like, he screams a lot at the end, and, like, it's super, like hardcore, like, rock for a little bit, and I didn't really dig that too much. But then Nico and the Niners, it's, like, really good.
So good.
Like, they still kind of had that same, like, vibe. Like, I hope they stick with their little niche, like, sound that they come up with.
Yeah, my friend Franco, was saying, like, I'm scared they're gonna succumb to pop music or something like that.
I think I've seen that on Twitter, actually.
He tweeted that. Okay, the thing is, we were in an Uber, and we were talking to our Uber driver about it before he tweeted that. And our Uber was saying, like, I think they're gonna, like, succumb to pop music and go along. And I was happy listening to those songs that it still sounded like them.
They're still good. Like, as long as, like, even if I don't like Jumpsuit that much, I still like Nico and the Niners, and I feel like their next album is gonna be good. Like, I still hear car radio on the radio in my car.
Whoa. The irony. No, I like Jumpsuit. I didn't like it so much at first, but after hearing it 7,000 times,
yeah, definitely.
It kind of grew on me. The end with the screaming, I wished it lasted a little longer.
A little longer?
Because I feel like he just starts screaming and then it ends like really abruptly, and you get kind of like, the song is very boring.
Then it goes right into Nico and the Niners.
Okay, I guess if you listen to
one after another.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, like if they drop, like usually if people drop something like that, you're supposed to listen to one after another. It probably fades into it too. Maybe.
I do. I have listened to them together, but separately, like on its own, it really starts building when he starts screaming, and then it ends.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like, ugh. But Nico and the Niners is such a nice summer jam. Yeah, driving to Colorado through the cornfields, like I was just vibing. I love anytime it came on. I was just instant mood boost.
Yeah,
like
definitely. How did you feel about like their other stuff? Because I could talk about 21 Pilots a little bit. I know I like their first album. I forget what it's called, but I think I listened to that once I found it. I listened to car radio first, and I was like, "This is amazing." And I listened to like the whole album, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so amazing!" Like every song on the album is a jam.
I feel like I told you this. I listened to them backwards.
Did you?
Yeah. So I found them with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I knew the songs that were popular, so I knew like Car Radio and like House of Gold.
Yeah, that's a really
because that song was huge on, like 101.1.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
alt radio.
Guns for Hands.
Guns for Hands, Migraine. I didn't.
Those are all like the best songs on there, yeah.
Yeah, those songs were all huge. So that's kind of when I discovered them more, just from them playing on the radio. I never really made that extra step to like look into them and listen to their whole album. I just knew what everybody knew. But then when their third album came out, I was second. They only have two.
Yeah, or two like official ones, I think. I don't know. The second one with like Stressed Out. No,
that's their third album. They have an album before that.
Before the car radio one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
I'm not a big fan of their third one. Like, I like a couple of the songs, but they were way overplayed, first of all.
Yeah.
Like, the one, I forget what it is, but...
Stressed Out.
Stressed Out, that one kind of gets on my nerves.
Kind of stresses me out.
Stresses me out. But there is a couple
Stressed Out, Ride.
Yeah.
I love that album because I played the shit out of it when it first came out. I was listening to it every day. It just, like, reminds me of, like, when I stress albums that much that I'm, like, listening to them every day. Like, this summer is going to be like that Beyonce album. I'm going to hear it in a couple months and, like, remember right now.
Yes, that's what music is for right there.
It is!
Because sometimes when you hear a song, it brings you back to a moment in your life, and it's going to bring you back to this moment in summer. When you've been listening to the crap out of the Carter's album.
Hell yeah. And, like, for me, with, like, car radio, I used to work at Route 21, and sometimes they make you work in the back, like, putting, like, pins on clothes, like, the safety devices, and it was so fun. Like, it was such a fun job, and, like...
Because you listen to the crap
I would just be bumping it in the back, and I, like, hear it, and I think of that time.
Definitely.
It's just it's such easy listening.
Yeah.
I feel like anybody could get into it.
That's actually a good segue into Childish Gambino's new, it's called Summer Pack, and it's 2 songs. One is called Summer... Here, I'll look it up for a second, but there's 2 songs, and he dropped them like a couple weeks ago, I think.
Everyone's releasing 2 songs.
Yeah, and I think it's just because, like, I know Chance the Rapper did it because people were hyped about his album, and then he told them that it wasn't coming, so he might have, like, said, like, maybe felt bad or something that, like, I need to give them some music. Those are summer jams too. But these ones are actually like, it's called the Summer Pack. So it's intended to be summer jams, and they're about summer. He actually has like an environmental message in them too.
Okay.
Talks about like don't litter and shit, stuff like that. But it is called, where'd it go? Yeah, Summer Pack, Summertime Magic, and Feels Like Summer.
Okay. And the last song he released was this. He just released This Is America on its own, right?
No, it was This Is America that got released. And then he released the Summer Pack.
Okay.
Which was like when I was on vacation.
And are these going to be an album? Or is the Summer
honestly,
Pack its own?
I don't think he's going to throw those on an album. Like, you know, like most artists do that. You know, they'll release a single and then that single will be on the album. But like with like him and Chance the Rapper, I don't feel like they're going to put these songs on their new albums at all.
Yeah.
These are just songs, just buffer songs, I'd call them.
Yeah. Wow.
But like Summertime Magic is really nice. They're just like, it's a vibe. Like, it's a summer vibe. Like, when I'm listening, like, me and my girlfriend were listening to it by the poolside, and, like, we're just kind of chilling. Like, this is a really nice song. Like, he's got like, a nice voice, and, like, it's funky, kind of. Like, it's different from most of the stuff nowadays. And, like, This Is America was, like, a little, like, hip-hop-ish, but these ones aren't really that hip-hop. Like, it's just him singing, like, you heard Awaken My Love? The
yes,
album?
Absolutely.
It's, like, the greatest album ever. But
100%.
But, yeah, it's, like, very vibey like that.
Yeah, and I think it's so special too because it's like the actual music, the melody, the instruments, like it's making you have a physical reaction beyond just like the lyrics.
Yeah, definitely.
Like you can have lyrics saying like, "Oh, I'm so sad," you'll feel sad, but like this music just like moves with you and it makes you feel a certain way. Like it really is a vibe.
The beat drops and I just want to bop to it. Like,
yeah,
it's nice.
So you can tell there's so much work going into it.
Yeah, definitely. They put a lot of like heart and soul into their music, and I know Childish Gambino and Chance the Rapper. It was a Chance the Rapper interview, and like the interviewer asked him like, "So what's up with your Gambino album that was supposed to come out like 4 years ago?" He was like, "Well, we got 7 bangers right now, but I think it's gonna be like a 23 song album."
Oh Jesus!
So like they're dropping like a full ass album. Which is awesome because they're both really good artists, and that's why they're taking so long because they're putting a lot of work into it. They're also very busy, but
I wonder if like artists are trying to change this, but why is it that why do you need to release a 23 song album? Why can't you just release the 7 songs? We want to hear them. We're waiting.
Yeah, like I didn't mind Kanye West's like 7 song albums because I could listen to the whole thing in 30 minutes.
Is he doing that? One album a week?
I don't think I mean, he might be, but I'm not entirely sure. But I do like that type of, like, you don't gotta make an album like freaking 23 songs. Like, Future dropped an album, or dropped like a streaming only album. He actually broke a record, which is the #1 like streaming album or something, and it had like 9 songs on it, and they were all really
perfect.
And he even said on Twitter, he was like, we had like 40 songs and we picked 9 of them to put on this album, thinking like you guys would like these 9 songs. Like, they have a ton of other songs, but and I know, I actually just heard, you might like this one, Rihanna and like her crew are working on, they have like 300 songs or something, like 300 like Jamaican type like what is it, like reggae pop, I don't know, whatever like Drake does, kind of like that reggaeton like pop thing. They have like 300 songs like that, and like they're just trying to like filter out the best ones, and she's gonna drop an album soon, Rihanna.
Wow.
I'm really excited for that because Rihanna's awesome.
I just don't understand what the point of not releasing music is.
Right?
I get
Why are you holding out on
I guess it's expensive, but if you have them all already made,
you're gonna make money off of it if they're
good. I like Group Love, the band Group Love. That's like one of my favorite bands, and I remember them saying, "Oh, we had like 40 songs written for this album," but it was like a 7-song album. I'm like, so why did you do that? Why not just release them all?
I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe their thinking is like
maybe they are just that shitty. All 300
just,
songs.
Like, say, like, oh, well, let's just make a bunch of songs and then, like, make a bunch of songs out of the same, like, kind of vibe and, like, feel, and then we'll just pick the best ones. Because in that case, then you're just crafting the album after you made a bunch of songs.
Right.
Like, that's probably what, like, Future and, what's-his-face did, Southside.
Yeah, I wonder if that's just kind of the process. But I'd like if artists released music more frequently.
Yeah. But then it would just, like, overshadow their previously released music.
That's true.
So,
I guess we just need to exhaust it.
Because if the Carters released another album,
I would love it. But I guess they wouldn't make as much money.
Then you wouldn't be listening to the other one that much. You'd be listening to the new one a lot.
Yeah.
So they just got to give some time. But sometimes it's just, like, excessive.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like hip-hop artists or, like, rap artists, like Future and, like, Young Thug, and, like, they're always in the studio, like, making music. They always have a ton of songs. I, like, follow Young Thug on Instagram, and, like, he's always, like, posting, like, different songs that he has on his Instagram stories, but he hasn't dropped shit
Yeah, but I guess it's like, how do you know? Are you just trying to work through it so that when you do get that, like, this is going to be a hit, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was like Post Malone. I remember the Post Malone documentary where he was just like, we made White Iverson, and, like, they told me, like, this is, like, I'm going to be famous.
Yeah.
And well, he did.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I remember actually, like, it was like 2 years ago, Post Malone, like, posted a video of him singing that Psycho song. Yeah. I was like, oh my god, this is the best song ever. It's going to come out soon. And then 3 years later, it finally comes out. Like, I was so bad.
You know why I'm a hypocrite? I've been really jamming out to that Better Now by Post Malone.
Yes. Oh my god, that song is so good.
I feel like such a dick because it's like, it came on like last week and I'm like, alright. And then today, like, I'm like singing every word.
Yes.
I was like, damn it.
It's a good song.
So I have to give a personal apology to Post Malone. I guess I do like
trash him pretty hard last episode.
I really went in. I don't know if it was just my mood that day. But Better Now is really good.
Yeah.
If you've been fucked over, that's the jam.
That is the jam, yeah, definitely.
Let's see. What's next on the list?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq hosts Shark Week.
Shaq hosts Shark Week. So
Did they do that purposely?
Yeah, I think so. And like, I watched the commercials.
Shaq Week.
And, like, anything Shaq does is just goddamn ridiculous. I
yeah.
Think. He's just a ridiculous person. He's so massive. He's goofy as hell.
Yeah.
And like him watching the Shark Week is funny. Like, he made some dumb jokes on the commercial that like I just like stale faced really hard. But like I didn't see any of his specials. I was watching Bear versus Sharks.
Yeah.
And it was Bear Grylls, and like he was like diving underwater and like fucking with tiger sharks and stuff.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that special because he was doing it, and then he was like, okay, let's call the specialist, because like they were like tagging sharks, you know, so they could learn stuff about them. But like he like brought in the specialists that do this every day. So like, why am I impressed with Bear Grylls doing it if these dudes do it every single day? They go into the tiger sharks every single day. I don't care about Bear Grylls.
Yeah.
He is pretty awesome.
I think he's so fake, though. I used to be amazed by him, but I mean, now that
he wasn't fake, but now, like, since he stopped Man vs. Wild, he, like, just became one of those people that does anything for money. He does, like, the stupid Man vs. Wild with celebrities. He does, like, the Amazing Bear Race or something. That's just like the Amazing Race, but, like, with Bear Grylls. It's really dumb.
I think the idea of that shark... Like, I think that we have enough shark content that we have a whole week that people are excited about.
Yeah. I mean, it used to be, like, something that was, like, really genuine and stuff, but now it's just, like, stupid stuff. Like, before it was, like, cool shark shows that you were learning about sharks, and then there was, like, the shitty shark movies.
Yeah.
And now it's, like, shitty shark shows.
Sharknado.
And then the really shitty shark movies. Sharknado is something else. They're just doing that as a joke now.
I know. It's just like, it's funny to me, honestly. I generally find I find it a little unentertaining, but they're really, like, working. I mean, they're getting Shaq. Like, maybe they sense that people are kind of realizing we don't really want to watch sharks that much.
There's only so much you could learn about sharks, okay? Like, we all watched the Shark Weeks 2 years ago. Like, we learned everything there is to learn.
What year? How many years?
We watched all the shitty movies. Like, well, what else is there to do?
Why can't we have another animal for a week?
Yeah, let's have Turtle Week.
Right.
Like
Penguins. They're so funny.
I would love that.
I would too. Elephants. Anything. But
yeah, I don't know.
Discovery Channel got to do something.
I found this new show on Netflix. They do a new show every week, a new episode every week. It's called Explained.
Okay.
And they're 30-minute episodes, and it just straight up explains something. So I watched the one on cricket, and it explained the history of cricket, explained like how to play cricket, how they play cricket.
Amazing.
You know, the future of cricket, like how it's like developed and stuff.
Yeah.
And,
is that why I saw you playing cricket the other day?
I was not playing. Of course, yeah, no, but I honestly have a real craving to watch cricket now because I understand it. Like it was the most perfect explanation of the game ever.
That's
Although
cool.
it was very confusing, but it was a very broad explanation. But they also have like ones on like one of them was like the exclamation point. They just like explain its origins for 30 minutes. Like, do you really want to watch that? No, but
sometimes you do.
It was
learning is fun.
Yeah, I found it on a list of shows to watch late night, air quotes.
Okay.
After extracurricular activities. If you're catching what I'm
okay.
Yeah. But it was a good list of stuff.
That's cool. Yeah, I will have to watch that.
You gotta check out Explained.
I'm gonna give you a show. Knife Fight.
Knife Fight? Oh my god, that sounds awesome.
You will love it.
What's
amazing.
Is it just people knife fighting?
It is menly men.
manly men.
They each have their own sword. They have their own form of knife that they've personally windled themselves. And they have to go through this obstacle course, and use cutting stuff.
I think I've seen like a clip of that of a dude trying to cut through something like 4 times and it didn't cut.
It's hilarious.
Is that on Netflix?
It might be. I don't know. I found it on like whatever channel is on. I think like A&E or one of those.
So I'll check it out.
You have to look it up. The best part is like the fucking editing. Like they edit it to look like really intense.
Yeah, like intense music.
And it's just these like middle-aged men with their swords. It's so it is really entertaining. It's like Chopped. Like you just start watching it and you're like, fuck.
You don't turn it off. You just kind of keep it on. Stop. Even during the commercials, you're like, well, but I want to see. I want to see what happens. I got sucked into watching. What is it? I really don't like this show, but I really do. Is Naked and Afraid.
Okay, yeah, I accidentally watched that show a couple times.
It's okay. So like at one point, I was like to my girlfriend, like I fucking hate that show. It's stupid.
So dumb.
But then I was watching it with my dad and my uncle, and like I was sucked into it. Like it would go to commercial, I'd be like, I want to know what happens. Like this dude is naked and like he's afraid.
Yeah, I watched this guy got bit right in his ass.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Sir, you need to leave." He's like, "I'm not leaving. I'm staying." He had like gangrene or something. Like, fuck.
Yeah, there was
go home.
Like this girl was like, before the show, she was talking all this shit. She's like, I don't know how people just like, they leave after one thing, they just like pussy out and stuff, and then day 2, she leaves.
She gets bit by an ant.
She couldn't do the flies because the flies were just like biting the shit. They were like flies that were like this big, like horse flies. But obviously, I would have left too. That's stupid. But
I just don't get it. I don't get why that. Why do we need to do that?
Why
do humans love death so much? It's so gross to watch to me. It just gives me anxiety, honestly.
This dude like smeared charcoal all over his body. Like, he was like super dark and dingy. Like it was weird.
Interesting. Like really think about it. We have no survival tactics because we grew up with our phone in our hand. I have Google. That's
all we got.
That's all I need. If I was thrown into the wilderness with my phone, I would survive as long as I had bars.
As long as I
but really thinking about if I was dropped in the wilderness, naked
and afraid,
no phone, no resources, I don't think I would make it.
No.
I think I'd get bored and probably die or kill myself.
Just kill myself. Just jump off a cliff or something.
I guess I'd know, like, okay, I think our generation's fine. We didn't necessarily grow up with phones.
Know a little bit.
We're on the brink. We still remember a time before they were a big deal, which is, it's cool.
Yeah, there's still people our age that, like, are into that. Like, I hike and stuff, and I know you hike a little bit, too. Yeah. So, like, we know a little bit. Like, we go outdoors.
We see leaves.
Like, I'm not going to die, like, the first day. Like, I'll survive a couple days, but, like...
Yeah, I'm just being dramatic, but I'm just saying, why do we need to imagine those predicaments when that will not happen?
Yeah, when will I ever be naked in the forest?
That willn't happen.
It willn't happen.
I don't want to think about it. Oh man, reality TV is just
it's something
incredible.
Else.
There's we've gone from absolute trash to like just some really unnecessary
even more
storage
trash.
wars. Yeah,
storage wars used to be good, and now it's just ridiculous.
I really want to go to. There's like a storage place in the industrial park.
Yeah, but I don't want like some big wig coming out and like just beating me out. Like every other person that's there that's not on the show is pissed as fuck because they pay like thousands of dollars for these things and like people are betting like $50.
I'm always wondering how there's like other people in the crowd that aren't on the show. I'm like, what are you even doing?
I mean, like I don't know how many things they do show. Like they probably show other ones, and those people probably buy them. They just do the ones that like actually matter.
Or like entertaining, or they made money. Because I can't imagine them making that much money on all of them.
Some people make a lot of money. Like one of them, this dude found I think it was he like hit it big. He had like paintings or something. Or jewelry. Made like $80,000 from one of the things. Yeah.
I feel like that's planted. I feel like the ones where they find like good shit is planted. And how do they always know a guy? Like fuck.
Like Pawn Stars?
They find
I know a guy.
They'd find like a rusty old ball and like a piece of wood, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I called up this guy I know that does this."
He does appraisal for rusty old balls and wood.
I don't trust that show. And I was pissed when I went to Vegas. This is another show, Pawn Stars.
It's a sham.
It's a sham.
It's a fucking sham.
I went there. Our Uber dropped us off there, and it is in a shady ass neighborhood. Like, it is in a bad spot, and it wasn't even the real thing.
It's just like, it's a fucking it's like a glorified gift shop for Pawn Stars.
We literally hailed our Uber down. We're like, Uber, come back! Like we're
shitty.
Someone. There was like a guy like motioning to us to like come with Uber. We were so freaked out.
There's Cajun Pawn, which is a pawn shop in Louisiana. There's the Hardcore Pawn, which I liked, which was in Detroit, and the dudes. I
like that one.
Because they scream at each other. He's terrible. He's like screaming at customers and stuff. Like their Yelp reviews are probably 0.
Through the roof.
Through the roof? I'd say they're 0. They're down through the ground.
Why?
He's screaming at customers like, get the fuck out of my store. You're a fucking asshole.
I loved that.
If somebody did that to you, I'm like, boy, you're like the worst Yelp review of your life.
He would get so mad every episode. For whatever reason, he'd be mad.
Like, they have anger issues for sure.
Okay, one last reality show that just popped into my brain because I'm thinking of like the A&E network, those level of shows. The Alaskan Bush People. Please tell me you've seen it.
That is an A1 show.
It's amazing.
Those people are just another breed of people. They're insane.
They are so funny. They are the funniest. That is the most, hands down, I swear on my life, that is the most entertaining reality show in existence. I just remember this episode, they were trying to, build, an irrigation system in their house out of fucking water bottles.
And everything is so drastic, because, the winter's coming, they're like, the winter's coming, we have to finish it. And I remember one thing, they were trying to get parts from this dude, and, the dude came with the wrong parts or something, they were like, you fucked us over for the whole winter, we're gonna die!
There was this one episode, so they were building with the irrigation system, whatever. And, the men, they look like fucking cavemen. They're
mountain men.
They're so funny. They look like Mose from The Office, and they act like him. But, in the distance, they see these girls. They fucking start sprinting. It was the funniest moment of my life. And it was, just a scene of them,
talk to them?
of them trying to flirt with these girls. But it was, legitimate cavemen trying to interact with them.
I have to see that episode. That sounds hilarious.
That is a great show to binge watch. It is just so funny.
Yeah, I bet you can find it on, Hulu or something.
Probably. It's a good one. For sure a good one. Well, what else is on the docket? Nostalgia movies?
Yeah, I was thinking about, maybe we could just, talk about, I don't know, every week or every time we do an episode, just talk about, 1 or 2 movies that, brings us
really
back,
hit home.
Really hit home,
Sure.
Did you see Finding Dory?
Absolutely, I did.
Did you love it?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, compared to Finding Nemo, it's shit, but
Finding
Nemo was amazing.
I thought Finding Dory had a little too many underlying mental health themes.
Yeah. Definitely.
It was a lot. It was, really hard to watch for me. With her memory loss. I was fuck.
It started to make me feel bad.
I think watching it as an adult, I think there was just so many
I think it's because we're older. Because
yeah.
Finding Nemo, it was just funny because she forgot a bunch of things and she was goofy. But when you watching it as an adult, you're like, yeah, she's not right in the head.
You're thinking of her as a colleague, and you're like, shit. Damn it, Dory.
What's going on? We're trying to find Nemo right now. You're fucking up.
I think it was just hard for me to watch her have memory loss the whole movie. I think as a side character it worked, but when it was just about her, you're just really fuck, that would suck. And then I thought about people that actually have that, and I was just
made me all sad and stuff. Yeah.
But you know what? She did it. Yeah. She did what she sought out to do. Proud of her.
She found her parents.
I cried a little. I think I was in a state of crying the whole movie a little bit.
But I feel whenever they come out with second editions of movies of that we all watched as kids, they just try too hard. I know in Incredibles 2, incredible. Pardon the pun. But it was incredible, but they did try sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I think when I'm watching comedy, I think they're trying too hard. Mm-hmm. You can kind of tell. Maybe it's just in my head, but sometimes I just really don't like when people force the comedy. I like natural situational comedy and I don't know, The Office. The Office is forced comedy, but some things I don't know how to describe it. No, the Office is a lot of situational comedy. Sometimes it doesn't matter if it isn't situational, but sometimes you could tell when someone when a like a writer's trying to force like a joke that happened before in the first movie or something.
Right.
And they keep doing it, and you're just like, it was funny once. It's not funny twice, or the third time, or the fourth time.
Yeah, and I think they do it, like, the way they're spreading out these, like, sequel movies is, like, by age. They're doing, like, you were kids, now you're adults. So we're gonna make a movie for you.
The Monsters University one fucked me up, because it was, like...
I didn't see it.
What? The second one?
Never saw it.
What, Megan? Oh, you're fucking up.
I thought your hat was MTV. I thought it was a Monsters University hat. I was like, oh, fuck.
No, but like, it was like the movie came out when we were all kids, Monsters Inc. And then Monsters University came out when everyone our age was in the university and stuff, and like going off to college, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Cool. I didn't realize they did that. I didn't think about that.
I don't know if they did it on purpose.
Probably. I'm sure somebody kind of put those.
Like they took their like fan base and they just like plop down.
I'll end with this question. What do you think the best sequel movie is?
Are we talking about like overall or like Pixar?
I'm just gonna say overall because I feel like Pixar might be a little difficult. Maybe overall is putting you too far.
That's super broad.
If you could think of Pixar, I can personally think of mine. The Princess Diaries.
Princess Diaries.
Have you seen The Princess Diaries too?
I have not.
What? Ryan, I feel like I know you're a boy, but I feel like you would have. I feel like everyone would have seen that.
The first one, I don't even know there was a second one, honestly.
Damn, I feel like that. I thought that was like an American classic. Maybe that was just a me thing.
Yeah, probably just a you thing.
Damn. Okay, well let's do Pixar then.
I mean, maybe just because it's in my head, but like, I really enjoyed Incredibles 2. They did a good job with it.
Really? You think? Okay.
Yeah, it had the same like the animations are very pleasing, if that makes sense. And like it was just the same kind of like it was a good story. I guess it was kind of predictable. I predicted it, kind of. Not really. It caught me by surprise, actually. But it was good. Like I think it's a cool concept of a movie. That's why I liked it.
That's good. I still haven't seen it. I can't comment on it. It's
bad. You gotta see that and Monsters University now. Monsters University might make you cry.
Probably.
Because little Mike Wazowski is the cutest freaking thing you'll ever see in your life.
That sounds adorable. I did cry. I told you I cried the first one. That was the first movie I ever cried.
Wow, really?
Yeah, that I can remember.
Yeah, I think...
It's the first time I remember sitting and feeling emotion for a character.
Really?
Like a character death.
I think the first movie I've ever cried was Green Mile.
Wow.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
It just got me. I don't know why. Like, I was very verklempt. I was like, oh my god, this dude didn't do anything. He's such a nice guy and he's gonna die. I don't know. That was just a random...
That's such a random movie.
But like, it's so good.
I think I maybe would have never thought about that movie ever again had you not just now brought it up.
Oh my god, that's
But
funny.
Wow. Amazing. Alright, well, we should probably wrap it up. We're right around an hour here.
Awesome.
But, cool. We have no ending.
Thanks for joining us on the Meg Ryan Show. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Megan.
And have an amazing day.
Goodbye.